Are you looking for the best laptop for web design? In this video we will look at some of the best laptop for web design on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Acer Nitro 5. Acer Nitro 5 and 515-54-5812 gaming laptop comes with these high-level specs: 9th generation Intel Core i5-9300H processor 2. 4 GHz with turbo boost technology up to 4. 1 GHz, 15. 6. Full HD, 1920x1080, widescreen LED backlit IPS display, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 with 4 GB of dedicated GDDR5 RAM, 8 GB DDR4 2666 MHz memory, 256 GB PCIe NVMe SSD, 2x PCIe M, 2 slots, 1 slot available, 1 available hard drive bay, Waves sound technology, featuring Acer True Harmony technology, 2 built-in stereo speakers, Acer Purified voice technology with 2 built-in microphones, Intel Wireless Wi-Fi 6 AX200 802, 11x dual band 2. 4 GHz and 5 GHz featuring 2x2 MUMMO technology, max speed up to 4 Gbps, 10/100/1000 gigabit Ethernet LAN, RJ45 port, HD webcam, 1280x720, supporting super high dynamic range, SHDR, 1, USB 3. 1 Type-C Gen 1 port, up to 5 Gbps, 2, USB 3. 1 Gen 1 ports, 1 with power-off charging, 1, USB 2. 0 port, 1, HDMI 2. 0 port with HDCP support, backlit keyboard, lithium-ion battery, up to 8 hours battery life, 4.85 lbs. 2.2 kilograms, system unit only, NH. Q59AA. 002. At number 2. LG Gram 17 Z90N laptop. Deliver necessary portability with uncompromising features on the new for 2020 LG Gram 17 Z90N. It has a huge 17-inch XR 2560x1600 IPS display while still slim and light enough to take anywhere at under 3 pounds, and delivering 17 hours of battery life. This LG Gram is great to carry around for a long day of work. The 17Z90N also impresses with an Intel 10th generation i7-1065 G7 CPU with Iris Plus graphics, 16GB RAM, a 1TB M2 NVMe SSD, and USB Type-C connectivity. Mobile Mark 2014 standard. Mobile Mark is a trademark of the Business Applications Performance Corporation. Performance level is utilized for comparison purposes only and does not necessarily reflect the battery life that will be achieved. Actual battery life will vary from specifications depending on model, setup, configuration, applications used, features utilized, and power management settings. Being a web designer doesn't mean that you have to stay working at a computer all day at your home or in the office. No, some web designers nowadays prefer living the digital nomad lifestyle where they travel around the world while working from their laptops. But in order to do this, you need a lightweight and portable laptop that you can easily bring with you, and the LG Gram fits this description. This laptop can last up to 17 hours of constant use before needing to be charged again, which is pretty useful especially when you're working in a remote area where charging stations might be limited. Of course, battery life isn't the only thing that's appealing about the LG Gram, since it also weighs about 2.98 pounds, which is a big bargain considering this laptop is 17 inches in size and has fairly powerful specs. Speaking of specs, you'll be glad to know that the LG Gram is no pushover either, with its 10th gen Intel Core i7 CPU and its Intel UHD Graphics 620 graphics card, which can run most graphic design programs, allowing you to easily work both on the front end and back end of a website fairly easily. Aside from this, its 17-inch screen has a resolution of 2560x1600 pixels, which allows you to see your finished product to its fullest potentials as well as spotting flaws in your work. Overall, the LG Gram is one of the best laptops for web developers, especially for those who are looking for a good battery that can last for a long time. At number 3. Asus Zenbook 13 Ultra Slim Laptop. Zenbook 13 heralds a new era of ultra-portable design, with an ultra-compact, ultralight chassis. Featuring the four-sided Nano Edge display with touch option, Zenbook 13 is 14% smaller than the previous generation Zenbook 13, UX331, and weighs only 2.8 lbs. The new ScreenPad 2.0 upgrades the traditional laptop experience, adding an interactive secondary touchscreen that enhances your productivity and gives you endless possibilities. Its intuitive smartphone-like interface lets you easily manage tasks and create your own seamless multitasking workflow. There's a series of handy Asus utility apps to boost productivity, including Quick Key, for one-tap automation of complex keyboard sequences, along with handwriting, Number Key, DocXpert, SlideXpert, and SheetXpert. ScreenPad 2.0 intelligently fits many apps into the 5.65-inch touchscreen, and you can effortlessly add apps to ScreenPad for instant access. The newly optimized ScreenPad experience ensures that your favorite apps, such as Evernote and Spotty, will work perfectly on this secondary display right away, without the need for a ScreenPad-specific version. Asus also works closely with third-party developers, including video editing software developer Coral, to optimize adaptive ScreenPad tools for the ultimate productivity, and there's much more to come. The actual transfer speed of USB 3.0, 3.1, Gen 1 and 2, and / or Type-C will vary depending on many factors, including the processing speed of the host device, file attributes, and other factors related to system configuration and your operating environment. At number 4. Dell XPS 7390. If you're looking for a powerful and reliable convertible laptop for web design, then you got it with the Dell XPS 7390. This laptop is a jack of all trades thanks to its versatility, allowing it to fill in different roles ranging from a work laptop for web design to a gaming tablet that can even run AAA titles on table mode. Overall, the Dell XPS 7390 is simply an amazing laptop for web developers, especially with its powerful specs and long battery life. The latest Dell XPS 7390 is surprisingly good. Now it's more of a work and play laptop with its amazing 10th generation Intel Core i7 CPU, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 graphics card, and 32GB of RAM. As a laptop for web development, it's overkill with these specs, and thankfully you can use it for other things as well, like gaming or using high-end applications. Aside from this, despite having only 13 inches, this laptop has a wonderful 1920x1200 FHD anti-reflective touch screen display. This means that you can work on your projects and tasks using a stylus when you're tired of using a mouse and keyboard. Performance-wise, the Dell XPS 7390 is simply amazing, and you can use it for almost anything. Its powerful specs make it ideal for editing and for gaming, and its display is simply something that other 13-inch laptops envy. Lastly, the laptop has a long battery life and is fairly portable as well thanks to its small size. It may be a bit heavy than your standard convertible laptop, but that's because this laptop is simply more powerful than other convertibles as well. Recommended configuration for Dell XPS 7390 CPU, Intel Core i7-1065 G7 graphics, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 RAM, 32GB RAM screen, 13.4 FHD, 1920x1200, Infinity Edge anti-reflective 500 nit display storage, 512GB SSD operating system, Windows 10 home battery life, 10 hours weight, 6.09 pounds. Dell XPS 13 7392 in 1 is engineered with 10th generation Intel registered trademark symbol Core trademark symbol i7-1065 G7 processor, 8MB cache, up to 3.9 GHz, 13.4-inch, FHD+, 1920x1200, 1610, Infinity Edge touch display, 32GB. 3733 MHz LPDDR4X, 512GB PCIe NVMe X for SSD onboard, Intel registered trademark symbol Iris Plus graphics, i7, platinum silver, black interior. At number 5. Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch. If you're looking for an amazing laptop in general, then you need to take a look at the Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch. The latest MacBook isn't just bigger with its 16-inch screen, but it's also way better as well. It has better specs, a better keyboard, and a better graphics card as well. Expect it to be a good laptop for web development and web design thanks to its newly improved specs. When it comes to user experience, Apple is one of the best when in the market. You can expect the same thing as well with the Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch. This laptop is bigger, better, and more convenient than its predecessors. With its high-end specs, the Intel Core i9 processor can handle a lot of programming software in the back end and front end of web development and web design. And speaking of design, the MacBook features an AMD Radeon Pro 5500M, which allows you to not only make graphics designs that are useful for web developers but also handle more resource-heavy programs as well. And unlike the 1920x1080 displays of the other laptops on this list, this MacBook shows them who's the real boss with its 4K 3072-1920 display, allowing you to see your final output at its best. It also is slightly bigger than its 15-inch predecessor. The larger screen also makes it easier to write in code and spot errors in your program as well. Performance-wise, the Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch is very reliable for most types of programs, which is one of the main reasons why it's one of the best laptops for web developers and web development in general. Recommended configuration for Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch CPU, Intel Core i9 processor graphics, AMD Radeon Pro 5500M, Intel UHD graphics 630 RAM, 16GB screen, 16.0-inch, 4K, 3072-1920, LED back display with IPS technology, storage, 1TB SSD operating system, macOS battery life, 11 hours weight, 4.3 pounds. At number 6. Acer Aspire 5 Slim Laptop. Acer Aspire 5 A51554559W2 comes with these high-level specs: 10th generation Intel Core i5-10210U processor, 16 GHz with Turbo Boost technology up to 42 GHz, 6 MB smart cache, Windows 10 Home 15.6, Full HD, 1920x1080. Widescreen LED backlit IPS display, Intel UHD graphics 628GB DDR for memory, 256GB PCIe NVMe SSD, True Harmony technology, 2 built-in stereo speakers, Acer Purified Voice technology with 2 built-in microphones, Acer Fingerprint Reader supporting Windows Hello, Intel Wireless Wi-Fi 6. AX201-802.11ax dual band 2 4 GHz and 5 GHz featuring 2x2 MUMMO technology, max speed up to 24 Gbps, 10/100/1000 gigabit Ethernet LAN, RJ45 port, Bluetooth for 2 backlit keyboard, HD webcam, 1280x720, 1, USB 3.1, Type-C, port, Gen 1 up to 5 Gbps, 2, USB 3.1 Gen 1 port, 1 with power-off charging, 1, USB 2.0 port, 1, HDMI port with HDCP support, lithium-ion battery up to 9.5 hours battery life, 397 lbs, 18 kg, system unit only, NXHN3AA003. Not everyone has the money to buy the more high-end and premium laptops on this list like the Apple MacBook Pro 16. Thankfully, if you're not too keen about performance and simply want a laptop you can do some programming with for web design and web development, then the Acer Aspire 5 has got you covered. It may not be the best laptop on this list of specs-wise, but it is one of the best laptops price and budget-wise. Its 10th gen Intel Core i5 processor honestly isn't that bad, and it can handle most programming apps as well. You don't have to worry about multitasking as well. Its 8GB RAM will allow you to run multiple tabs at once as well as other background programs as well, so expect to have a smooth work experience with its decent specs. Lastly, it may not have a dedicated graphics card, but its Intel UHD graphics 620 GPU can handle front-end development as well. Overall, the Acer Aspire 5 may not be that powerful, but it's one of the best laptops for web development and web design when it comes to affordability. Web developers on a budget would love to use this laptop thanks to its functionality despite the slightly lower-end specs. At number 7. Lenovo Ideapad L340. The Lenovo Ideapad L340 is a good alternative to the Acer Nitro 5, especially if you're looking for something more fitting in a professional setting. Specs-wise, its Intel Core i5 CPU and NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 are pretty reliable in general, and they give more than adequate performance. Design-wise, this laptop is all about business, and its specs are pretty good considering that it comes at a reasonable price. It's hard to find a work laptop without coming across Lenovo. After all, the brand is known for their professional laptops, and as expected, the Lenovo Ideapad L340 is both a professional laptop for web developers as well as for gamers as well. Its 9th gen Intel Core i5 is strong enough in handling front and back-end web development, and it has a very reliable GPU that can be used for designing and editing web content as well. But what really makes it good for business is its design. Unlike the Acer Nitro 5, the Lenovo Ideapad L340 has this simple grayish-black design with blue backlights. Not only is this laptop more professional looking, but its bluish backlight also helps ease its users as well. Last but not the least, the laptop manages to tread the fine line between battery life and power, since it has a long battery life capable of lasting up to 9 hours on a single charge. Overall, the Lenovo Ideapad L340 is a wonderful laptop you can use for both work and play. People who are into web design will appreciate its powerful specs as well as decently long battery life, allowing them to work even when on the go. Recommended configuration for Lenovo Ideapad L340: CPU, Intel Core i5-9300H graphics, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 RAM, 8GB RAM screen, 15.6-inch FHD IPS display, storage, 512GB HDD operating system, Windows 10 battery life, up to 9 hours. Weight, 4.84 pounds. The Lenovo 15.6 laptop casual toploader T210 is the perfect computer carrying case for anyone looking for a sleek, modern, relaxed bag. This convenient laptop shoulder bag is large enough to hold any brand of computer up to 15.6 inches, held securely in a designated padded compartment. The large main area also has room for books, a notepad, and other accessories, while smaller, separate internal pockets can hold business cards, mobile devices, and other helpful tools. Dimensions: 12.21 x 2.17 x 16.15 inches. At number 8. Apple MacBook Air. If you're looking for a more portable laptop you can bring around with you, then you might prefer the Apple MacBook Air over the MacBook Pro. Although not as strong as the MacBook Pro, this MacBook lasts much longer and is easier to carry around. Being a MacBook, it also has really good specs as well for web development and programming in general. The Apple MacBook Air is one of the best laptops for web developers who are on the go. Specs-wise, it's very comparable to the other Acer Nitro 5 minus the high-end GPU. With these specs, you can easily handle most programming software and multiple tasks at once with its 10th generation Intel Core i5 CPU and 8GB of RAM. What we like about the latest MacBook Air is its butterfly keyboard, which provides more stability when it comes to typing as well as improving your overall precision. You can also easily work in coffee shops with this laptop since it has good overall battery life. It can last up to 13 hours on a single charge, allowing you to work the entire day if you need to. Another thing to keep in mind is that when traveling, there's a chance that you'll misplace your laptop, which could lead to some problems. The problems are minimized with Apple's Touch ID security feature that prevents the hacking of your account. You can also rely on Find My Mac to track down stolen or misplaced MacBooks, which is very convenient for a traveler. Overall, the Apple MacBook Air is an impressive alternative to the Apple MacBook Pro on this list. If you're looking for something more portable and a little cheaper, then this MacBook is a viable option. Recommended configuration for Apple MacBook Air: CPU, Intel Core i5-1013 graphics, Intel Iris Plus graphics, RAM, 8GB RAM screen, 13.3-inch, 2560x1600. Storage, 512GB SSD operating system, macOS battery life, 13 hours. Weight, 5.37 pounds. At number 9. Microsoft Surface Pro 7. If you're looking for something portable like the LG Gram but want something smaller yet more powerful, then you'll love the Microsoft Surface Pro 7. This Microsoft Surface Pro 7 is the lightest laptop on this list, making one of the most convenient laptops as well. It also has a good battery life as well, which is a must for any portable laptop. The Microsoft Surface Pro 7 is one of the best laptops for programmers thanks to a good balance between specs, portability, and battery life. Its 10th generation Intel Core i7 processor is top of the line as well as its 16GB of RAM. But what really surprised us is its Intel Iris Plus 940 GPU, which is really good especially for an integrated graphics card. You can even run some of the more modern AAA titles with this GPU provided that you lower the settings to the minimum. What's even more amazing is that this laptop only weighs about 1.74 pounds, which makes it the lightest laptop on this list, even surpassing the LG Gram. This lightweight doesn't hold it back when it comes to battery life as well, since this laptop can last for a long time, up to 10.5 hours per charge. Recommended configuration for Microsoft Surface Pro 7 CPU: Core i7-1065 G7 processor, graphics, Intel Iris Plus 940 graphics card, RAM, 16GB screen, 12.3-inch, 2736 x 1824, 267 ppi, touchscreen storage, 512GB SSD, operating system, Windows 10 Home, battery life, 10.5 hours, weight, 1.74 pounds at the office, at home or en route. New Surface Pro 7 adapts to the way you work with laptop to tablet versatility. And now, it delivers more power than ever, with a laptop-class Intel Core processor, all-day battery, instant on, improved graphics, and standby time, plus more multitasking connections, including both USB-C and USB-A ports.